If you would love to study for free in New Zealand on a fully funded scholarship in the year 2025, I would need you to pay close attention because I have a good news for you. And the good news is that the government of New Zealand is here again with another program for international students. They are offering a 100% fully funded scholarship to international students who wish to come over to New Zealand to undertake an undergraduate, master's or PhD program. With this scholarship you can settle in New Zealand for free after your academic program. Some of the best parts about this scholarship is that it offers students an establishment allowance of 3,000 New Zealand dollars. This is to help with settlement costs in New Zealand for someone who is not a citizen of the country. It also offers free flights ticket to New Zealand. As usual, this scholarship will also cover your full tuition fees from start till graduation, stipends, and other great deals of benefits which I will be sharing with you guys as we proceed in this video. And I will also be sharing with you guys the eligibility criteria, documents and the application process for applying for this scholarship. But before we get started, we will love to welcome you to Marking Student Vlog where educational gist lives. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications bell especially if you're a new viewer. And don't forget to like and share this video if you find it helpful at the end. So let's get back to the video. This scholarship I'm about to share with you in this video is popularly known as the Makanaki Scholarship. And like I pointed out earlier in this video, the Makanaki Scholarship is a 100% fully funded scholarship sponsored by the New Zealand government for international students from selected countries all over the world to further their education in New Zealand. This scholarship is open to all levels of education ranging from undergraduate, master's and PhD. This scholarship will give you the opportunity to study in some of the best universities in New Zealand. You will also be assured that securing a Makanaki New Zealand scholarship and studying abroad in New Zealand will be one of the best things you ever do because this scholarship will give you the opportunity to experience New Zealand at its finest. You will gain a world-class education and better career prospects because all New Zealand universities are in the top 3% of universities worldwide by QS World University Rankings. Benefits of applying for this scholarship. With a full Makanaki New Zealand scholarship, scholars studying in New Zealand receive full tuition fees. Your tuition fees will be paid in full from the start of your academics till your graduation. Living allowance. A stipend of 615 New Zealand dollars will be allocated to each scholar of this scholarship for living allowance per week. This will help with the scholar's basic living expenses. If you commence your study program online in your home country, your stipend will be adjusted to reflect the difference in living costs around the world. An establishment allowance of 3,000 New Zealand dollars will also be allocated. This is to help with setup costs in New Zealand. For example, you can use it for accommodation expenses, textbooks, or other study materials, medical health insurance. This scholarship will cover your medical expenses, which means that you will get treated for free if you eventually fall sick at some point when you are in New Zealand. Tutoring costs up to the value of 1,000 New Zealand dollars. The tutoring cost was set up to assist with the cost of additional tutoring while you are studying if needed. Travel to and from your own country. This is for travel from your own country at the start of the scholarship, and for return travel at the end of your scholarship travel insurance. It covers your travel expenses so you don't need to bother about finance for traveling to New Zealand. Traveling home during your scholarship. Scholars studying over 1.6 years are entitled to travel home to visit family. We usually allow for 1 or 2 trips, depending on the length of your scholarship. However, this is subject to border settings and other restrictions, managed isolation and quarantine. This is no longer required when entering New Zealand. Provide support towards costs of MIC upon return to your home country, if this is mandatory and your home government does not already cover this cost. Reimbursement for the costs of COVID-19 vaccinations if required by your study country or transit country, and for the costs of any COVID-19 pre-departure tests. Please note, costs will not be reimbursed for dependent family members. Scholars will need to meet the requirements stipulated by national governments and/or airlines with regard to the type of COVID-19 vaccination and COVID-19 pre-departure test deemed acceptable. MFA will only cover costs if a charge has occurred and a receipt is provided. Reintegration allowance of $1,000 New Zealand. This is to help with setup costs upon your return to your home country. And finally, the scholarship will help with research and thesis costs for many postgraduate students. Scholarship start dates. As at the time of releasing this video, the Makanaki Scholarship is not yet open for 2025 application. The scholarship will be open for application on 29th of February 2025, so get ready. Eligibility criteria for application. To apply for a Makanaki New Zealand scholarship, you must be 18 years old or older when you start your scholarship. This means if you are 17 years of age when you apply, you must have your 18th birthday before you start your scholarship in semester 1. Postgraduate and mature undergraduate applicants and those who do not meet the below school leaver definition must have relevant work experience. Work experience can be paid, unpaid or voluntary, and must meet the following criteria: 1 year of full-time work experience, that is 30 hours or more per week, or 2 years of part-time work experience, that is up to 29 hours per week. Scholars who have been living in their home country for 2 years prior to applying for a scholarship will be eligible for selection. This means that if you're not living in your country 2 years before applying for this scholarship, you will not be eligible for applying for this scholarship. If you do not meet all of the eligibility criteria, then you cannot apply for a Makanaki New Zealand scholarship. How to apply? Eligible applicants can only start an application from the application opening date for their country. If you have previously applied or started an application for a Makanaki New Zealand scholarship, please complete the following steps. Step 1. Confirm your eligibility. Complete the Makanaki New Zealand Scholarships online eligibility test to see if you are eligible to apply. If the online eligibility test confirms that you are eligible, you will get an eligibility code number. Step 2. Register for a Makanaki New Zealand scholarship account. If you are eligible, you will see a register button on the web page. Click on this to start your registration for a Makanaki New Zealand scholarship account. You will be asked to enter an email address. This will become your username for logging on again later. The system will run a check to make sure that this email address is not already being used. If the check passes, you will need to complete the rest of your account details and select Register. This is where you will enter your eligibility code that you have emailed to yourself or written down. Step 3. Set password for your Makanaki New Zealand scholarship account. You will be sent an email to set a password to complete the registration process. Click on the link in the email, which will take you to a screen where you will need to set your password. Remember to look in your spam folder, where automated messages are sometimes filtered. Step 4. Complete and submit your application before the closing date. Use your Makanaki New Zealand scholarship account to access the Makanaki New Zealand scholarship online application system anytime between the opening and closing dates for your country. Note: becoming a scholar of this scholarship is based on your application. So therefore always make sure that your application stands out from many other applications out there. Good luck with your application. Thanks for watching. Hope the video was super helpful. Please don't forget to like and share this video if you find it helpful, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications bell so that once we release another informative video like this one, you will be notified. Thanks for watching once again.